CTV News with Jack Morse.
And they walked through the deepest, darkest part of the storm and got us out of it.
1 year after the ice storm turned our region upside down, communities are looking back on the chaos and forward to the next one. Thanks for joining us. Almost 1 year ago, Simcoe County and Muskoka were hit hard by a massive ice storm, leaving homes damaged, roads blocked, and communities in total darkness. Today, officials reflect on how neighbors came together as Hydro One celebrates its new operations center in Orillia, built to respond faster next time. CTV's Luke Simard tells us more.
As Hydro One celebrates the opening of its new facility in Orillia, it comes as nearly 1 year to the day that Simcoe County and Muskoka was hit by a major ice storm.
We have forestry, we have distribution, we have a warehouse. And when you think about that, those teams need to work together to really get to our customers as quickly as possible.
According to Hydro One, the ice storm impacted more than 600,000 people across the province, many without power for several days, Orillia relying on their own in a time of need.
What you really see is communities coming together, neighbors helping neighbors. When they're safe and protected, they like to ensure they're reaching out to help one another.
4,500 Hydro One team members and 30 local distribution companies work day and night to fix more than 6,000 broken poles and cross arms to restore power to the area, an effort not forgotten by Orillia's mayor.
We were going through a very dark time. There was a city of 36,000 people, no power, like none. And Hydro One, Minister Dunlop's office, they came when we were in need, and they walked through the deepest, darkest part of the storm and got us out of it. They did made the impossible possible.
With the mayor adding that cleanup is almost done.
Cleanup is largely done. We're restoring the tree canopy. We budgeted $500,000 for trees. That's not enough. We'll need to do more, but we did that as a start.
Hydro One taking the lessons learned from a year ago and committing to restoring power efficiently in the area.
Your home life yourself, everything you need to do requires electricity. And so really, we are mainly focused on restoring power as quickly as possible so that people can get on with living their lives.
The opening of this facility brings the total number of Hydro One buildings in Orillia to 3, employing approximately 250 people, and they stand ready to restore power to the Sunshine City on a moment's notice if severe weather strikes again. Luke Simard, CTV News, Orillia.
A major development today in the Barrie homeless encampment murder case. The alleged killer, Robert Ladouceur, now faces charges alongside 2 co-accused. CTV's Mike Arslidis reports on the updates to the case.
Accused of murdering and dismembering 2 men who lived in a Barrie homeless encampment, 53-year-old Robert Ladouceur now has 2 co-accused, charged with accessory after the fact to murder. 47-year-old Dave Dumont joined Ladouceur in a Barrie courtroom today, while 45-year-old Eddie Guittard appeared in court Thursday from jail. Both men are now accused of helping Ladouceur dismember the remains of 45-year-old William Blake Robinson and 41-year-old David Kyle Cheesecake.
These were not random murders. The accused and victims were known to one another and all lived in the encampment on Ann Street at some point in time.
Police believe Robinson was killed in early 2025, Cheesecake in late July. Ladouceur, also known as Tattoo Rob, was arrested last summer, charged with 1st and 2nd degree murder following the discovery of dismembered remains in Barrie and Huntsville.
As officers searched these areas, significant evidence was recovered, including suspected women ornaments.
Police revealed evidence led investigators to another scene in North Simcoe. Ladouceur has been behind bars since his arrest in early August and initially retained defense lawyer Egenhard Ehlers, who has since stepped aside due to a conflict in the case. He is now in the process of hiring defense lawyer Anthony Bryant. Ladouceur faces a total of 33 charges, including committing indignity to a dead body, along with drug trafficking, weapons counts, and fleeing police. Police wouldn't say how Ladouceur knew the men or whether drugs were involved. Investigators did not reveal a motive, but confirmed Ladouceur has a lengthy criminal record, including acts of violence. Ladouceur and Dumont are scheduled to return to court next week, Guittard in mid-April. The allegations against the accused have not been tested in court. Mike Arslidis, CTV News, Barrie.
A public safety notice tonight from Parks Canada. High water levels on Lake Simcoe and Couchiching means discharge valves could be opened as early as Monday. Lock 42 near Washego, officials say it'll help reduce flood risks, but will immediately increase water levels and flow between Lock 42 and the channel below the Severn River. Boaters and people in the area are urged to use caution. Our Casey Colby is here now with our first look at the weather. Case.
Yeah, there is some precipitation on the way, but not coming down in the form of rain. It's too chilly. Could be coming down as flurries. We're anticipating coming down as flurries, I should say. Let's continue on right now. Bundled up? Yeah, it's going to be a chilly one. Let's take a first look at the forecast, and here we go. -4 as we speak. Winds out of the west, about 22 kilometers an hour. They'll gust as high as about 50 a little later on, out of the northwest. This is the temperature outside your door. Right now, it's -4 in the Sunshine State of Aurelia, -4 in Newmarket, -4 in Alliston, -3 in Parry Sound, -3 in Owen Sound, -6 in Collingwood, and how about -3 degrees in beautiful Mount Forest, Ontario? Love it. Predominantly sunny skies. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. I'm looking up right now, and I am seeing quite a few clouds. But nevertheless, the sun is shining. It's after 6. We're in late March, and it's quite lovely. It's early spring, and we do know that there is some precipitation on the way for the weekend. But, Jack, it gets better in so many ways, and I'm going to outline them all coming up in just a few minutes' time. Back inside.
There's a political push in Owen Sound to send an invoice to the 23 anglers who needed rescue after they were stranded on Georgian Bay ice floe earlier this month. With more on the case to send them the bill, here's CTV's Scott Miller.
It's been nearly a month since 23 ice anglers were plucked from shrinking ice floes off the shores of Owen Sound. It was a rescue operation that raised the ire of some in the community who felt the fishermen should have to pay back emergency services for their time and life-saving efforts.
Well, there's some community support in holding people accountable for their actions, and some in the community viewed them as reckless actions that day. So I think the motion is providing a voice for those residents in our community that are concerned about the expenditure of their tax dollars in that manner.
Owen Sound's deputy mayor is urging his fellow councillors to have city staff compile and send an invoice for the cost of the Owen Sound Fire Department's response that day to the 23 anglers plucked from the ice. Greg says the warm temperatures, wind direction, and previous rainfall leading up to March 8th should have been clear signs for the anglers to stay on shore.
It was entirely foreseeable and predictable.
Alfie Howe doesn't agree. He was one of the 23 people saved that day. He says the ice was 16 inches deep in some spots that morning, and no one could have predicted the rapid change in weather that led to a 7-kilometer wide chunk of lake ice breaking away from shore.
There's probably 70 to 100 people out there that day, and the unfortunate 23 of us, I think it was, that got rescued, none of us wanted to be in that situation. So I don't really agree with us facing a penalty for it.
Greg says the municipality of Grey Highlands invoiced a hiker over $15,000 for their rescue operation after they trespassed and then fell to the bottom of Eugenia Falls in 2020.
Those guys were trespassing, and there was signs for them not to be there, no trespassing signs, danger signs, and they went ahead and did it.
Greg's ice rescue invoice proposal comes before Owen Sound Council April 13th.
There are examples in the past where municipalities have tried to recoup some of those costs for extraordinary emergency services that have been rendered.
Howe says he is eternally grateful to the emergency responders who risked their lives from that day, but sending him and others an invoice for that rescue is a bridge too far.
I guarantee every single person on that ice will put a lot more caution into it next time.
In Owen Sound, Scott Miller, CTV News.
A Northern Ontario man is being honored for heroism during a 2020 house fire. Mark McCullough of Lively received the Medal of Bravery for risking his life to rescue a woman with a disability from a burning group home in New Tecumseh. He's one of 31 Canadians recognized this year with decorations for bravery awarded by Governor General Mary Simon at Rideau Hall. A man was charged with arson for the fire that caused serious damage and forced the evacuation of the 2-story house and neighboring homes. But McCullough's quick action saved a life that day. One day after the provincial budget was delivered at Queen's Park, there are questions about the government's commitment to long-term care. CTV's Queen's Park Bureau Chief Siobhan Morris has more.
We love long-term care! Woo! There aren't as many construction sites like this across Ontario as the government promised. New long-term care homes or refurbished beds. The government pledged to build 58,000 of them by 2028. This year's budget lays out that only 26,000 are open or in the pipeline.
We're going to keep going. We're going to keep building, and we'll get as far as we can because it's the right thing to do.
Opposition parties see this as part of a Ford government pattern.
They spend hundreds of millions of dollars on advertising to tell us all these things that don't actually happen.
Loved ones need a home, a good home for their parents to go into, so it's very concerning.
With hospitals backing up and the wait list for long-term care about 50,000 strong.
The urgency to develop these beds and to make sure we have enough capacity for our aging population is greater than ever.
And there could be an added crisis on the horizon.
There are going to be tens of thousands of seniors who may actually even have to move out of their existing long-term care homes because those homes may not make the code requirements in the next 0 to 3 years.
This year's spending plan does include an added $1 billion over the next 3 years for home care.
That money is going primarily to the personal support workers, adding more volume so we can do more.
In a system with another 6,000 people waiting for supports in their own home.
It's a Band-Aid to try to obviously deal with the fact that we're going to need to provide care to people when we don't have the capacity in long-term care where the capacity should be.
These investments in new builds and more staff are welcomed with caution.
It's not going to unlock the system right away. We need some faster solutions to deal with the people where they're going to end up homeless or stuck in hospital.
Siobhan Morris, CTV News.
The bronze monument bearing the likeness of controversial Canadian explorer Samuel de Champlain will be returning to its place in Orillia. Parks Canada has agreed to bring the figure back to its former spot in the Couchiching Beach Park years after it was shelved amid opposition from First Nation community members. Coming with the statue is the plot of land where it was returned by Parks Canada. Mayor Don McIsaac says it isn't going back exactly the way it was before. The site will look very different when the statue returns.
There's no Champlain on the plinth. It's all at eye level. As a nod towards First Nations, we've removed the Recollet Father because we thought that was a divisive statue, so we're keeping him out of the equation at this point. We have what we think is a very good approach to it. The concept will be unveiled today.
The statue came down in 2017 for restoration but was never put back up on the platform. It'll now return to the park in a different form. This marks the 50th anniversary of the opening of the CN Tower, and the Royal Canadian Mint has created a special coin for the occasion. The new toonie will feature the CN Tower on one side, King Charles on the other. The final design has not been revealed, but the Mint says there will be versions with both color and without. The colored coin will glow in the dark. The CN Tower toonies are set to be released ahead of the Tower's anniversary in June. Also marking 50 years, the Toronto Blue Jays. It's a day baseball fans have been waiting for, with the team's home opener against the Oakland Athletics in less than an hour. CTV's Sean Leathong has more from the Dome.
This is the sound Blue Jays fans have been waiting for. Baseball is back in Toronto, and the lineup started early this morning.
It's all about family, bringing us together, community, and I love the Jays.
April 7th, 1977, Bill Singer threw a first-pitch strike, starting the fans' love affair with the Blue Jays. This being the 50th season for a club that's rich in history, with the team growing close to families like Rochelle Kersner's.
Since I was a kid, I came with my dad, and this was our thing to do, and now this is my thing to do with my boys.
Now, history can be felt all over the ballpark, and fans like Grace and Ruth Gretton from Cambridge, Ontario, have created their own tradition, collecting autographed rubber ducks.
It's called the Lucky Duck, so I got players to sign it.
The two sisters meeting Ernie Clement and Davis Schneider early this afternoon.
They're so nice to the fans. It's awesome.
Last fall's run to the World Series has made opening day feel different this year. Inside the Jays shop, there's a buzz as fans scramble to get their hands on as much merch as possible.
Blue Jays shirt, Blue Jays long sleeve. I got the jersey with the 50th patch on it.
Fans can't help but feel the difference.
I don't know, that team from last year is just so special.
It just feels different, it does.
We usually come in here first before we go to the games, and it's not usually this insane. Like, there is people everywhere.
Larry and Diane Goodwin flew from Nova Scotia and came straight from the airport.
Oh, it's a dream come true.
As the American League Championship team is being celebrated, but fans want a little more.
We're winning. World Series.
We're going back to the World Series this year.
Oh, yeah.
We're going back to the World Series and winning this time.
Shatley Thong, CTV News.
Here at home, coaches say excitement for the Jays is contagious, with local players of all ages looking to start their own baseball season strong. CTV's Rob Cooper brings us more.
Last year's playoff run by the Toronto Blue Jays was a magical moment for the entire country.
Really hoping that they get the redemption. We were one game away.
Blue Jays fans excited for the new season to begin. High expectations on the club as baseball players get ready for the season to begin. The team's recent success is being felt at the local level. Barrie Minor Baseball says its house league system is seeing huge numbers.
25 diamonds. We've got 30 competitive teams, 100 house league teams, over 1,500 kids in total.
Here's something you don't see every day. The Home Hardware in Cookstown is now selling everything baseball too. Neil Curry says it's perfect timing to cash in on the sport's popularity.
We had an opportunity, and we always have talked about it, and it kind of fell in our lap a little bit, and now we're running with it.
Break, get that lean down.
Over at the Cage in Barrie, some of the county's top up-and-coming players getting reps in before the start of the season. For local baseball players, this is an exciting time of year.
I can feel the season around the corner. I can finally feel all the hard work that I've been putting into the off-season. I can feel it transferring through, and I'm excited to actually show what I have on the field.
Our season starts in about 6 weeks, and they're all excited to get outside and get in the sun and start playing ball again.
So the Jays kicking off the defense of their American League Championship with a series this weekend against the A's. Blue Jay fans hoping for a repeat of last year's success. As for local players, they're chomping at the bit to get going. Rob Cooper, CTV News, Barrie.
From the diamond to the ice now, the Barrie Colts opened round one of the 2026 OHL playoffs last night, securing a big win over the Niagara Ice Dogs.
Back to the line, across to Wilmot. Baudouin gets it again. Here's Cole Emerton, back to Baudouin. Baudouin fires, shot, scores! What a bullet!
After a scoreless first period, co-captain Cole Baudouin got the Colts on the board with a power play goal. Both teams would score a goal before the second period ended, making it 2-1. But the third, it was all Barrie, scoring within 9 minutes left and adding an empty net goal to win the game 4-1, take a 1-0 series lead. Game 2 goes tomorrow night at Sadlin Arena. Puck drop set for 7:30.
The road to the Memorial Cup is brought to you by the Boots and Hearts Barn Burner Charity Hockey Game.
Still to come, get ready to sip for a cause. The inaugural Soups On fundraiser happening Sunday, promising delicious flavors and big hearts in our community. Plus, robots and teamwork in a high-stakes competition you won't want to miss. We'll bring you a preview of the Georgian College Robotics Show. You're watching CTV News Barrie. High school students are putting their skills to the test in the Simcoe County District School Board Trades Competition.
We are obviously trying to win. This is our first year doing it, and it looks like we're competing against some older people. So our biggest goal was just to get as far as we could on it, because we're not necessarily super fast at building stuff. So we're just trying to get as far as we can through it.
Today, Collingwood Collegiate Institute hosted the team carpentry event with students from Elmvale District and Maple Ridge Secondary Schools working in teams of 2. They'll build an outdoor dining table and bench, with the top scoring team advancing to the provincial competition in May.
The goal of this is to, introduce them to the industry, give them some hands-on experience, and allow them to demonstrate the learning that they've done in their classes. They're given no help from their teachers or anything like that. It's all about what the students bring to the table.
This is one of several regional events in trades like automotive service, cabinet making, hairstyling, and even baking. This weekend, Georgian College goes full throttle for the Robotics Showdown. It's no ordinary competition. Robots race, teams, pit crews work to repair under pressure and upgrade their machines on the spot. Students are vying for top honors, including the prestigious Impact Award, while crowds will fuel the excitement. Free for all to attend.
One of the things that we really like to see as a Changemaker College is that this idea that you collaborate together, there's a lot of cooperation that happens, so while the teams are competing, they also have to work together, and so that gracious professionalism is really a really key signature of this.
It offers a sense of community for students that might be interested in computer programming, mechanical engineering, everything, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
The event is a key stop for Ontario teams hoping to advance to the provincial championships. It runs until Sunday. Nothing makes the chilly weather more manageable than a warm bowl of soup. And this Sunday, the best in the biz in Barrie will be battling for top honors.
This is the bacon tomato soup that we are entered to the contest this Sunday. So the soup is made in-house with all fresh ingredients. Again, with cream, bacon, tomatoes. It's a very hearty, creamy, delicious soup. It's a type of dish that everybody remembers of their childhood. Everybody remembers a great tomato soup, and this is a great twist on that. Do a little bit of parsley on the top.
You can bring a hungry tummy and some friends, and $25 at the door will get you 6 tastings. They are soups provided by local businesses. So we are very excited to bring community together to have a lovely lunch. All proceeds come to the society, so enjoy community, come hungry.
So I'm going to be cutting our bacon into 1/4-inch strips. My close family, my father's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, so I've been in contact with them privately as well. So when I got the call, it was a no-brainer for us.
Donations that are made locally stay local, and they'll go to art, music, and movement programming, and some of our new ones, especially our cooking classes for caregivers.
The added flavors to that traditional flavor, so adding the bacon as well as the tomato, is really what sets it apart from a regular tomato soup.
We know that individuals want to live well in their community and be supported to maintain doing the things that they love to do. So we're here to help people adapt to changes as they happen, to also engage with businesses like State Main and your public library and your art galleries around how to be dementia friendly and how to get involved in supporting the work that we do.
The inaugural Soups On fundraiser is this Sunday from 11 to 2 o'clock at the Barrie Legion. Tickets are $25. Proceeds go to the Alzheimer's Society of Simcoe County. Come help CTV's Sarah Freemark and the rest of the judges pick the top soup. For more information on all our local events, along with other stories, you can go to our website. That's where you can watch our news live online and find all our local stories and breaking news as it happens. Just head to ctvnews.ca/Barrie or scan that QR code on your screen. Still ahead, a local ski hill gets ready to call it a season. Snow Valley wraps up a busy winter this weekend. What visitors can expect for the final runs. But first, let's check in with Casey in the garden.
Temperature-wise, hot spot in Canada today, 12.7 degrees in Penticton, BC. I'll let you know right now, it's way warmer than that on Monday, right in our region. I'll let you know how warm and where coming up, and our Weather Watcher Artiste will have a look. 3 of them, Damien, Alex, and Sarah said, hey, remember this winter when that big snow dump happened off the side of the roof and landed on Dad? Love it. You're watching CTV News Barrie.
It's that time of the year. It's our Feeding Families food drive. The demand has never been greater. We're hitting the road as we partner with the Peggy Hill team and our radio partners at Pure Country 106 and Bounce 1041.
Hi, we're Martin and Steph
from Bounce 1041.
And next week on the show, we're giving away tickets to see Weezer.
And Bounce to the Bank continues. Your chance to win a $1,000 daily prize and a grand prize of $25,000.
So make sure you tune in Monday to Friday, 5:30 to 10 for your chance to win.
Picture this. Brought to you by Bounce 1041 and Pure Country 106.
A big thank you to everyone who took time to send in those pictures for Pause into Spring. Next week, we want you to show us your creative side. Send in a photo of you playing an instrument, baking something fun, or your favorite art piece, and you could be featured on air. Picture this at ctv.ca. Now, we talked about this yesterday, Casey, but I saw a turkey in there.
You saw a turkey, but you didn't see a platypus, did you?
I didn't see a platypus. If someone could get a pet platypus, take a picture of it and send it to us, that would be great.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Maybe Sarah's out buying a platypus right now. We don't know. She's capable of that. She truly is. Let's talk about what Mother Nature's capable of, because it's cold out here. It really is. And we know she's been capable of a very cold, long, snowy winter. How about spring? It's here, right? Yeah, it really is. Let's talk about what we're looking at as far as temperature goes. Why don't we throw in the wind chill just for fun? -10 with the wind chill in Orillia, -8 with the wind chill in Newmarket, -10 in Alliston, -1 in Toronto, no wind chill in Toronto. And it's looking like -9 with the wind chill in Mount Forest. And let's go with -9 when the wind blows up in Parry Sound. This is the almanac for today. -3, -11. That's the high and that's the low. A record, ladies and gentlemen, back in 1998, 21.5 degrees, and stretching way back to 1873, -20.6. Some kind of cool. Sun rises tomorrow, 7:07, sets at 7:41, 12 hours and 34 minutes of daylight. The forecast radar, if you will, please. There it is. Put in motion. There's the cloud cover. Increasing cloud cover. Some flurry activity. Yes. Does it amount to anything? Well, yes, it does. 2 to 4 centimeters of snow is possible. Not for everybody, but I'll explain. Southern tip of Georgian Bay, Lake Simcoe. Wind chill -18 for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. 2 to 4 centimeters of snow, blowing snow, I might add. Squalls, if you will. 30 to 50 k out of the northwest for tomorrow. 0 for the high. -1 in Orillia for the high. Sun and cloud, yeah, there's some sun, lots of cloud, 60% chance of flurries, and the wind still blowing out of the west, 30 to 50 k. This is Orangeville, Bradford, Georgina, Newmarket, Richmond Hill, increasing cloud cover, 60% chance of a few flurries kicking around this evening. For tomorrow, 1, 2, 3, there it is. 3 degrees in Richmond Hill for the high tomorrow. More sun than cloud, but still the opportunity for a few flurries to kick around. This is the northern part of our viewing area, -20 with the wind chill. It's Parry Sound, Huntsville, Bracebridge, Gravenhurst, Haliburton, and again 2 to 4 centimeters of snow, blowing snow for this evening. And then for tomorrow, sun and cloud, just a slight chance of some flurry activity. -1, -2, -3, -4. And then things change. That's tonight and tomorrow. Now, time for the Diamond and Diamond Lures 5-day extended forecast. You want change? There's the change for you. How about some sun and cloud for the 5-day extended forecast, Simcoe County? 9 degrees on Sunday. 13 degrees come Monday, and sunny skies. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And Tuesday, Wednesday, well, 60% chance of showers on both days, 6 and 5 degrees above the freezing mark. This is the 5-day extended forecast for York Region, and that is Sunday. Cloudy skies, 9 degrees, 18. Is that a typo, you say? It's not a typo. It's not. 18 degrees, sunny skies, and 18. Southern part of our viewing area. Tuesday, Wednesday, okay, this cloud cover rolls in. 10 and 6, that's the high, and there's 60% chance of some shower activity. Muskoka, Parry Sound, Haliburton, still double digits. Yes, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sunday, sun and cloud, 9 degrees. 10 degrees on Monday, sunny skies, lovely. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, everybody gets some shower activity, Jack. Showers, not flurries. We're looking at showers, but I'm thinking those double-digit temperatures put a big smile on your face.
You're right, they have. Listen, as long as I don't have to shovel it, I am happy. Now, contending with the hardships of a brutally cold winter is something most people can sympathize with. The OSPCA says it can be all the more severe for animals. Recently, the organization rescued 22 cats and dogs from northern communities. Most of the dogs have been adopted out, but 6 cats are still looking for loving homes. Many of the furry friends have traveled more than 2,000 kilometers to find someone willing to welcome them to a safe new place to live.
They're all spayed, neutered, vaccinated, dewormed, and they are microchipped, and they're ready to go. The magic of having a cat in your home. I mean, every cat is an individual, so you get all the different personalities. So whether you're looking for a stage 5 clinger or maybe just a cat to enjoy your environment with you, there is a cat for everyone, I promise.
The OSPCA and Humane Society is a registered charity improving the lives of animals for more than 150 years. Snow Valley Ski Resort is set to close out its winter season this weekend, marking the end of months of skiing, snowboarding, and other outdoor activity in the region.
The year has been another fantastic year here at Snow Valley. We're going to be wrapping up on Sunday with a 106-day-long season. Everybody's been out and enjoying all of the activities that we have here at Snow Valley, and it's been just fantastic.
Resort officials say this season brought steady visitor turnout and consistent snow conditions, helping drive a strong year on the slopes. The final weekend will feature extended hours, special pricing, and a range of activities aimed to draw families and locals out for one last visit.
It's my son's birthday weekend, so we thought we'd come out while it's quiet here and get some last runs in before the summer comes.
It's awesome. It's sunny. It's beautiful. There's almost nobody out here. We've got the hill to ourselves.
Really, it's a big thank you for coming out and enjoying the surfaces that we put down for everybody. Snow Valley's been here since 1952. Next year, we will be celebrating our 75th anniversary, but this is one of the bumper years for us and having people come out to visit us.
For now, this weekend offers one last chance before the snow melts. Brave skiers and snowboarders can challenge themselves to a pond skim, seeing if they can make it over an 80-foot pond. The annual contest always draws a big crowd. Meanwhile, several other resorts in our region are holding on to strong conditions heading into early April. Mount St. Louis Moonstone reports a base between 85 and 125 centimeters, with operators saying spring skiing should continue through April 5th. Horseshoe Valley is also planning to close on April 5th and says it's on track for one of its longest seasons in the past decade, estimated to reach 122 days, just shy of its all-time record. Over at Blue Mountain, the resort has passed 100 days of operation, with the closing details still to come. The weekend brings a spring skiing boost, fresh snow in the forecast, and a 24-hour fundraising event featuring skiing, live entertainment, and late-night fun. Lifts are scheduled to run 9 to 7 through Sunday. Still to come, it's a not-so-sweet surprise for shoppers. Why Easter chocolate will cost you more this year. Plus, we'll recap tonight's top stories. You're watching CTV News Barrie. Recapping our top stories, police have now charged 2 accomplices to alleged encampment killer Robert Ledesser, accused of first-degree murder and second-degree murder in the deaths of William Blake Robinson and Kyle Cheesequay. 45-year-old Eddie Guittard and 47-year-old Dave Dumont are charged with accessory after the fact. 1 year ago, our region was blasted by a massive ice storm. It left roads blocked, homes damaged, and communities in darkness. Today, Hydro One celebrates the opening of a new facility in Orillia, reflecting on the storm that left more than 600,000 people in the dark for days. And it's not just the Jays. Local baseball clubs are getting ready to kick off their season soon. Barrie Minor Baseball's House League seeing a huge jump in numbers in the wake of Toronto's World Series run. Over 1,500 kids in total signed up to play with the league this year. There's a new suite at the Toronto Marriott City Centre Hotel. It's connected to the Rogers Centre, promising Jays fans the ultimate experience. CTV's Jessica Smith takes us on a tour.
Talk about a room with a view.
I walk in here and I just get the chills every time I walk in because there's so many cool things.
The Rawlings Room at the Toronto Marriott City Centre, attached to the Rogers Centre, is the latest addition to the game day experience.
This is unique because you can have your own room. So, you don't have to come into Rogers Centre. You are actually in the hotel. You can come and go as you please.
The baseball-themed room sleeps 4 and fits up to 8 people, with every item considered in the design.
It's all in the details, right? And it's the leather glove, that chair, that is the actual leather that they make baseball gloves out of. It's the replica award that they provide players and the teams at the end of each year for defensive excellence.
It's all a part of the excitement leading up to the start of the regular season.
I'm just excited for this game to be, the home opener. I'm all excited.
This is double for me, double
anniversary because 50 years I'm in Canada and 50 years for the Toronto Blue Jays, so it's like double whammy for me.
For the first month, the hotel will be doing a draw to give fans an upgrade to the Rawlings room who have already purchased a field view room.
You can get some excitement, some people seeing it, experiencing it, and then we'll start to sell it in May.
Every single detail in this room has been meticulously thought out to give Jays fans the ultimate game day experience as the team gets ready to kick off the 2026 season and hopefully another run to the World Series. Jessica Smith, CTV News.
On that note, new data from Statistics Canada shows an increase in tourism spending. Tourism sector spending rose 1.2% in the fourth quarter of 2025. That's up from 0.9% in the third quarter. Spending from international travels was up over 3.5%, while spending by domestic travelers was up 0.5% in the fourth quarter. Easter is just over a week away, and if you haven't picked up those festive treats yet, well, you may be in for a surprise, but not a good one. As CTV's Vanessa Wright reports, the price of chocolate is again up this year.
If you found yourself doing a double take at the price of chocolate, that's because it's gone up. In fact, experts say chocolate has silently increased by 10% since last year.
Well, you kind of get used to it. Everything else has gone up, so you kind of take it for granted.
It's frustrating, I'm sure. A lot of people just want to have a good little holiday, and then they're going to go and spend, I don't know how much extra on chocolate. Seems ridiculous.
The good news is cocoa futures are trending down, according to food policy expert Sylvain Charlebois. The bad news, prices aren't expected to drop until next year, meaning consumers won't see any price break in time for Easter.
Be careful with sales. They're not really sales. They'll show you a chocolate bunny that is on sale 10% off, 20%, but they're not really lower price compared to last year, unfortunately.
And because of what's called skimpflation, he says some chocolate products aren't 100% chocolate.
But that's mostly big manufacturers that have done that, replacing cocoa with other substitutes. But if you're a small professional, you have a small professional store, you can't compromise on quality, so you still have to keep on buying cocoa and pay the price.
It's a reality the owners of Whim Chocolate in Halifax know all too well. The price of their base chocolate has increased by 100%.
We are really committed to keeping our quality at the highest standards that we possibly can. And that may involve an increase in price, but we're not going to compromise on the quality of our chocolate.
As for whether Easter sales will be affected by current chocolate costs, Parker says they won't know the full scope until after the holiday.
You could have one person that comes in and buys everything that they see. Money's not an object. And other people are like, oh, well, I might just get one instead of multiples that I would have gotten in the past.
Vanessa Wright, CTV News.
That brings us to tonight's web poll. We're asking if you're spending less on grocery due to rising prices. Your options are yes, I'm cutting back on what I usually buy, or no, I buy what I want and need regardless of the price. Go to ctvnews.ca/Barrie to weigh in. For a change today, Canada's main stock index was in positive territory, helped by gains on the basic materials sector. Here's a look at where the numbers closed the end of the day. The TSX was up 73 points, the Dow was down 793, and the Nasdaq was down 459. In commodities, oil was up, closing at $99.64 a barrel. Gold was up, finishing at $4,524 an ounce. And our dollar was down, ending the day at 72.07 cents US. Gas prices are lower today after dropping about 6 cents at midnight. The average price for a liter of regular is sitting right around $1.67 now. But once again, the dip is expected to be short-lived. Experts predict the price will jump right back up 6 cents by morning, and then again in 2 weeks as stations switch to their summer gas blend. It was a big night for art lovers in Barrie yesterday as they found out which piece from a local artist they got to take home.
I just wanted to welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for the Benefactor Art Exchange.
The long-standing Benefactor Art Exchange spotlights emerging artists while raising money for programs that introduce even more people to art. The lottery last night gave participants a chance to choose from more than 100 works by local talent.
There's 112 artists that have contributed to the Benefactor Art Exchange, so this would not be possible without them.
It's really exciting for me to imagine someone enjoying my piece and getting to look at it, and it's exciting to imagine how they might see it and what they might think of it and get from it every day.
We're seeing a ton of new artists come through, which is lovely to see, and to get a chance to see different takes on art and to appreciate all of it.
And I think the most important part at the end of this is that it is for a charity.
The pieces chosen will stay with their owners for a year for just $1.37 a day. Each one-of-a-kind creation brings art into their home while showing support for the arts in Barrie. Coming up, a Saskatchewan senior inspired others to get strong. We'll have more on her weightlifting records when we come back. You're watching CTV News Barrie.
Pure Country 106. Central Ontario's home for the best country music. Listen for your chance to win $50,000 with Pure Country's big $50K payday.
Taking a look at your primetime lineup for tonight. At 8 o'clock, our CTV2 movie, X-Men: The Last Stand. At 10:30, Corner Gas and CTV News at 11. Many people throw themselves into their hobbies in their retirement. Knitting, gardening, woodworking, or maybe weightlifting. Now, one Saskatchewan senior is setting records. CTV's Sierra D'Souza Butts has more.
Maeva Bridges' interest in powerlifting goes as far back as the 1970s.
I started watching a movie called Pumping Iron, and it really sparked some sort of flame in me, and I really wanted to get into lifting weights.
When moving to Moose Jaw around that same time, Bridges built up the courage to try some weights of her own.
The floors were separate. The women were on one floor, the men were on another floor. So I asked if I could go up to the men's floor, which the owner, Dave Pyle, said absolutely, give it a trial.
Shortly after, Bridges participated in her first meet, winning the Western Canadians in 1983. She then took a break to raise her children and continue her life, but found her way back under the barbell 34 years later, now powerlifting at 68 years old.
There are days where I figure I can't do anything. I feel like I'm going to break. I've had a bad day. I've been in pain all day. I walk out of here moving better. My joints feel good. I feel good, and I'm so proud of myself that I did it again.
The benefits of strength training for females is so widely researched right now, and it's so beneficial. So just seeing her keep moving as she does age is definitely a motivation for me.
So it's really oh, yeah. Recently competing at the Canadian Powerlifting National Championship, Bridges set 2 new records, one for hoisting a 140-kilogram barbell.
Still making good progress even with the injuries she's been struggling with, but yeah, she's doing great.
As for what's next, Bridges will be pumping iron at provincials in September. Beyond that, one of her goals is to break some world records. Sierra D'Souza Butts, CTV News, Moose Jaw.
Time now to check in with Casey for our Get Up and Go forecast. How's Saturday morning looking, Case?
Well, let's have a little look-see right now. First thing tomorrow morning for the Get Up and Go forecast. And it looks like this, Jack. First thing, well, yeah, predominantly cloudy skies, and we still have a chance of a flurry coming down. -8 in Barrie, -7 in Newmarket. Same situation as far as conditions go, stretching all the way up to Gravenhurst first thing tomorrow morning, -9, and it looks like predominantly cloudy skies and a good chance of flurries. Have yourself a great weekend. Back inside, Jack.
Thank you, KC. That's our newscast for tonight. I'm Jack Morse. Thank you for watching. I'll be back on the desk with your news at 11. Until then, good night.